Hi everyone, welcome to my Red Dead Redemption review. To start, I'm going to get through some basic information about the game. Red Dead Redemption was released on May 18th, 2010, and it released on platforms such as the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and it was later on ported to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Red Dead Redemption stands as one of the greatest open-world action-adventure games ever made. Developed by Rockstar Games, it immerses players in the lawless Wild West during the early 1900s, combining gripping storytelling, varied gameplay, and realistic mechanics that draw players into its massive, beautiful world. This next section, I'm going to talk a little bit about some gameplay and mechanics. To start, I want to discuss some of the open-world exploration. The game's map is expansive, including different regions like towns, forests, deserts, and swamps, each with its own unique atmosphere and wildlife. The game features a day and night cycle and dynamic weather, both of which impact gameplay. For example, thunderstorms affect visibility, nighttime is ideal for hunting nocturnal animals, that kind of thing. NPCs engage in daily activities, and there's a reputation system that tracks your actions. Lawmen and bounty hunters react to your behavior, creating a sense of cause and effect in the world. So if you have like a higher level of honor, cops won't mess with you. If you have a lower level of honor, bounty hunters can track you down. Next, I want to talk about some of the combat systems. The gunplay in Red Dead Redemption is satisfying, offering a variety of weapons from revolvers to rifles. The Deadeye targeting system lets players slow down time, marking enemies for precision shots, a feature that's both cinematic and rewarding. Unique to Red Dead Redemption, fighting from horseback adds an extra layer of challenge and strategy. You can pull off high-speed chases while taking down enemies from your horse. Though not the focus, melee combat is fluid with punches, kicks, and the option to engage in knife fights. Next, I want to briefly discuss missions and story. The main storyline follows John Marston's journey to hunt down his former gang members to save his family. It's emotionally rich, with the game's writing and character development standing out. Side activities range from bounty hunting, treasure hunting, gambling, and animal hunting, all of which deepen the game's engagement and encourage exploration. Your actions in the world affect how NPCs treat you, with your honor system determining your interactions, like I mentioned prior. NPC interactions and systems. This system tracks your morality, rewarding or punishing you based on your choices. For example, helping people increase your honor while committing crimes lowers it. The game includes a range of controversial options that can influence outcomes in both main and side stories. Next, I want to briefly discuss graphics and audio. Rockstar's attention to detail brings the Wild West to life with realistic landscapes, character models, and detailed animations. Sunsets, thunderstorms, and wildlife interactions elevate the visual experience. The soundtrack, composed by Bill Elm and Woody Jackson, perfectly complements the atmosphere, while the sound effects like galloping horses and distant gunshots contribute to the world's realism. Next, I want to briefly discuss some of the major characters in the game, the first being none other than John Marston. He's the protagonist in the game. He is a former outlaw turned family man. John Marston's journey is one of redemption, loyalty, and the burden of past mistakes. His stoic yet empathetic character is central to the story, and his quest to reconcile with his past and protect his family forms the backbone of the narrative. He also has some character development. Throughout the game, Marston struggles with his violent past and the necessity of his actions, making him one of the most compelling protagonists in gaming. Another character in the game is Dutch Vanderlinde. He is the main antagonist in the game. He is the leader of the Vanderlinde gang. Dutch is charismatic yet delusional, believing in freedom for all even if it requires violent means. His philosophical ideology and eventual descent into madness are key to understanding the game's tragic themes. He also has a complicated relationship with John. As a mentor figure to John, Dutch's betrayal and eventual downfall are pivotal moments in the story. Another character in the game is Bill Williamson. He is a gang member. He's one of John's former comrades. Bill is a significant part of the game's central conflict. He's dangerous and erratic, creating high-stakes situations that drive the story forward. Another character is Bonnie McFarland. She's an ally to John. She's a rancher who helps John early in the game. Bonnie represents the moral compass for John, urging him to consider his violent ways, her genuine kindness and strength make her a memorable and likable character. Abigail Marston, this is none other than John's wife. Abigail's love and dedication to her family are constant throughout the game. Her role is crucial, and her interactions with John help provide emotional depth to the story. Some final thoughts. Red Dead Redemption is a masterpiece of interactive storytelling, blending a rich, immersive world with complex characters and a compelling narrative. The mechanics, especially with the gunplay and horseback riding, are top-notch, and the open world feels alive and reactive. While the game's moral themes, particularly those concerning redemption and the inevitable fading of the Wild West, are heavy, they're handled with nuance and maturity. Next, I want to briefly discuss some pros and cons. Some pros are that there are compelling main story and memorable characters, immersive world filled with life and detail, engaging and satisfying gameplay systems, beautiful soundtrack and sound design. Some cons being some repetitive side missions, limited variety in certain gameplay mechanics, and ultimately, Red Dead Redemption remains one of the most celebrated games of its generation, offering an unforgettable Western experience that mixes action, drama, and philosophy with a mastery of open world game design. Personally, I'm going to give this game a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed the whole game, and I really enjoyed everything it had to offer from beginning to end. The only thing I didn't do was probably a few of the hunting missions, or just a couple side missions that I felt were too grindy or too long for what I considered to be worth playing. Otherwise, this is a great game. It's a lovely game. Go back and pick it up on your retro consoles, if you will, or pick it up on a PC or modern hardware, whatever it may be. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to go to the description. You will find my Discord channel as well as my friend's YouTube. Thank you all, and goodbye.